This video will explain the user interface of NX11. Start by going to the taskbar and finding NX. When you first open the software, you are presented with the NX welcome page and a few basic tutorials. Now, an important thing to note early on is that there are so many commands, tools and settings in NX that even most professionals don't know all of them. Don't get put off by the volume of options you will be presented with. These videos will filter out the volume and show you the key tools you will use whenever you're using NX for university work. First things first, we're going to look at the NX coordinate system and datum planes. To do this, first we need to enter an application, so click on New and you'll be presented with an options dialog. Here you can see we have options to create a new part in a range of applications. There's modelling, assemblies, sheet metal and so on. While further in, you can look at additive manufacturing processes and even ship structures. In reality, the majority of your university work will only require modelling, assemblies or drawings. Select Model and click OK. Now, NX has a number of different coordinate systems, denoted as CSYS or CSYS, and it is important to understand their purposes. Firstly, the absolute coordinate system is universal throughout NX and is fixed. This coincides with the XYZ axis displayed in the bottom left corner of the workspace. The datum coordinate system is then represented by the three axes and planes in the centre of the screen. This coordinate system can be used to create reference planes, draw sketches, or orient parts about. And when the datum coordinate system is moved, any parts created or fixed with it are moved also. Lastly, there is then a work coordinate system, which can be used to create new planes, sketches, or parts. When the work coordinate system is moved, the parts remain in position and only the work coordinate system moves. Now let's take a look at the most important tool of all in NX, the command finder. If you know what you want to do but can't remember where the button is, just put it in the command finder. It can then show you where your desired tool is located and other related tools. For example, here I have a part and I'm looking to revolve it. I can't see the revolve button anywhere, so I go along to the command finder and search for it. It will then display any tool which uses the word revolve in its title or description, or is related to the revolve tool. If I hover over revolve, it shows me where the button is located. Note that some tools will say currently hidden. This just means that they can only be found in the menu drop-down, and are not locked to any of the ribbons currently. Looking at the element revolve, it says, this command is available in the pre-post application. Currently, we're in the modelling application, and this isn't really relevant, so what you can do is go down to the Settings tab and select Find Commands in Current Application Only. Now that I've used the command finder, I've easily found what I was looking for, and am able to revolve the part. One last thing I want to mention here is navigating through NX. When you begin to create more complex models, it may be that you will need multiple files open at once. To navigate between these files, you simply click up here where it says Window, and on the drop-down window it will show you all the windows you have open. This is also important as you may be working on a part one day, and then either open a file or start a new model, before you save the one you're working on. It may look like the part has disappeared, but just check on the window navigator and it should be able to take you back to it. Remember, if you go to leave a part without saving it, NX will prompt you to save, so if you think you've lost something you're working on, it's very unlikely that it's actually lost, unless say you've pulled the plug out of the computer. Either way, save your work regularly to avoid disaster. Now that you know how to navigate and use the NX interface, it's time to start creating parts.